I mean, it's just what you train for. You know, Sump's a great receiver. He's one of the best ones we got out here, the best in the conference in the nation, really. And it's what I work for. It's what what I came here to do. And you know, it's your time to shine. So you just got to take the most of it.
Izzy, obviously the second half, especially on defense, things didn't go the way you guys wanted it to. How do you feel going into this matchup against Missouri S&T, an offense that is looking to put points on the board as well?
We pride ourselves on being a great defense, and just watching the film, there's a lot of points in the game where if we just did our job as a group, we would have stopped a lot of the plays that they had. And going through this week, we've been focusing on the little things, just angles, tackling, which really killed us in that second half of that game. And it's really going to be about ourselves this whole game and for the rest of the season. We're going to try to prove a point and show that we're really the defense that we say we are.
Izzy, the last two games, road games against teams that have had a lot of success, you guys went in there and you kind of had an obvious chip on your shoulder. Maybe didn't feel as respected as you felt like you deserved to be. How much motivation is there in that, and how much did it unite you guys going into these games that, hey, they think they're going to beat us, and we're going to go in there and show them they're not going to do it?
Oh, well, like Coach said, we feel like we can play with anybody on our schedule. And I also feel like teams haven't really respected us like we feel like we should be respected. So every game we go out there, we just want to fly around, do our job to our full potential, and then just prove a point every week, week in and week out.
This quarterback is going into a lot of yardage scrambling. Does that change your outlook at all in the position?
Really on most of the plays that we have a quarterback player, so really for everybody's doing their job, like I said earlier, it shouldn't really be a problem. We should have somebody watching the quarterback at all times, so we should be able to take care of that.
Xavier, Coach said some nice things about you as far as getting the opportunity to step up this week. Kind of break down your own game for me. What do you consider to be your strengths, and what are some of the things that you want to try and do on Saturday?
Like you said, I'm not the 6'3", 220 something. You know, I'm not the big body receiver that you're accustomed seeing in a triple option offense. But what I pride myself on is being hardworking and having crisp routes and knowing what I'm supposed to be doing and knowing where I'm going, and just attacking the ball in the air. You know, that's something that's been one of the things I worked on the most, going to get at the highest point. Just making sure I'm open, make sure I'm always where I'm supposed to be, and just being in the moment, not off in la-la land, but ready to seize the moment whenever it comes. So I'm excited for Saturday. It's a good opportunity to finally show what I can do, and you know, I'm just happy to finally get the opportunity.
As a receiver, I thought you were always open.
I mean, I am, but you know, in my personal opinion, I'm always open. Triple covered, anything, I'm open. But
yeah. Izzy, you get to see him every day in practice. What do you see that he's going to be able to bring this weekend that hasn't already been said?
Well, I think Zay really represents our program in a good way, in a great way. Like, he has the effort, attitude, and toughness that we talk about all the time, and that's really with our whole receiving core and our team really in general. We're like a next man up kind of mentality, and I think Zay will definitely portray that on Saturday when he gets this opportunity.
You guys are riding a 3-game winning streak at the same time, coaching and playing the players. You said you were yet to put together a complete game. How much easier do you think it makes it when you guys can look at the film and see things that you still need to work on so you don't get caught up too much in the success?
I think it really shows how special our program can be, because win or lose, we really treat our Mondays like the same way. We just get over it and watch film. There's always something that we can improve on. And it's good and bad because we're not playing as good as we can, but at the same time, there's so much room for improvement, and we can be a great team if we really do improve on those things.
On the offensive side of the ball, you know, we put up 49 points in the first half against Furman, and then we come back in the second half, we put up 3 points, and that's just not, you know, the same offense that you saw in the first half. And we looked at that, and we all were very critical of ourselves about that too, because, you know, if you can put up 49 in the first and only 3 in the second, it's something that we didn't do as a collective unit to put up the numbers that we should have. And, you know, we were very critical of it. We saw it. We all took our foot off the brake. We had dumb penalties here and there, personal fouls, things like that, that set us back from being where we should have been and having a more comfortable lead at the end of the game instead of, you know, relying on the onside kick recovery and all that stuff to make sure that we seal the deal. So going into it, like you said, on Mondays, we went back, corrected our mistakes, and we were more focused on now when we have somebody ahead and we're ahead of someone, putting that game away right then, not letting the foot off the gas because, we're up by so much and being complacent.
You said you were critical about that second half, but I would say that first half was close to flawless.
Right.
How do you build on that success going into the game this Saturday?
Well, that's just what we worked on since day one. The coaching staff, Coach Chestnut and Coach Bohan have always told us since day one that we have a special offense. And, when we first got here, nobody really knew what he was talking about because not many people came from a triple option. And he just said, if we do what we're supposed to do, we're going to have something special. And you saw in the first half, we did what we were supposed to do. Everyone made their blocks. They made their calls. Everything was how it was supposed to be. That's why we're so efficient in our offense. But then we got into the second half, and that's when we got a little lackadaisical, and that's when they started to come back, and we stopped putting up points, and it got ugly from there.